Again, for afternoon tea in between all the ACC games, Patriot League Championship, Dave Revson and Jason Williams have the call.
Championship week presented by 7-Up. We're in Worcester, Massachusetts. Bucknell and Holy Cross, the Patriot League Championship. And we've got a bit of a shocker developing as Pat Doherty hits a three for Holy Cross, but that only momentarily stems the tide. It's Bucknell on top 24-10. This is a very good Bucknell team. They went into Pittsburgh and beat the number 7 Panthers this year, highest rated team ever beaten by a Patriot League opponent. But Holy Cross has won 3 of the last 4 Patriot League titles. And this is a team, Jason, that doesn't just get to the NCAA tournament. They give people major scares. Marquette, Kansas, Kentucky have all come very close to losing to Holy Cross in recent years. But so far the story in this game has been Bucknell and Pat Flannery's team.
Well, I think a lot of that is attested to, you talk about Willer and his very strange, and people don't know how to handle defense. He comes out in the 2-3 matchup zone, where sometimes he traps, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes they follow you, sometimes they don't. And it's make you think, but Bucknell has really been executing perfectly tonight.
Holy Cross has won 16 straight coming in. Simmons misses. Rebound, though, to Kinsey.
And this young man right here, I think, has a chance to be a star. Very fast with the ball, has great awareness on the court, makes great passes, and a great shooter.
Now Kinsey in the corner. Leaves it to Lufkin from the free throw line. That won't go. And the rebound to Mastropolo for the Bison.
But overall, that was a great offensive possession for them. They got a lot of penetration, a lot of kicking. They got a wide open jump shot at the top of the key.
Two teams split their 2 regular season games. The home team won them both. This is Betancourt. Bucknell's not been to the dance since 1989. They've never won the Patriot League.
Roll.
Bad miss. With a bad miss.
Well, it's a bad shot by Badmin's. He had McNaughton rolling to the bucket. Had an easy layup if you hit him with a little drop pass.
Doherty.
I think we can see more screen and roll with Doherty. He's really good coming off screens.
Now Simmons. This is Kinsey. Inside, it's knocked away from Lufkin. But it's going to be a foul, and it's going to go against Mastropolo for the Bison.
And so again, that was a great penetration. When you penetrate, it creates a lot of things.
There you see the 16-game winning streak for Ralph Willard's team, 3rd longest active streak in the country. Only Pacific and Winthrop have longer streaks. They're 5th in the nation in scoring defense. Bucknell is 11th. So this expected to be a great defensive battle, but Bucknell just lighting it up early on, Jason.
Well, talking to Ralph Willard before the game, he's saying strategy to beating Bucknell was don't give them any transition buckets and keep them off the free throw line. And so far, Bucknell's been doing that. But then you see right there, a great coach who's done a lot of great things, especially for Bucknell, getting his team all the way to the forefront of the Patriot League.
They went in and beat Pittsburgh in a guarantee game, $40,000 just for showing up, and they left with the money and they left with a win as well. Just the 2nd team in 45 games to win at the Peterson Events Center. They also beat St. Joe's, beat Holy Cross, as we told you at home, beat Niagara, who's going to the tournament, as McNaughton hits off glass.
Watching them come in yesterday to shoot around, they're a very big and strong team. They don't look to be like a Patriot League team. They look to be such of a caliber as ACC or Big East. I mean, you talk about McNaughton being 6'10", then you have Charles Lee with his long wingspan, then you have Nees, and then you have the quick guards. And they have a potential to be a really dangerous team in the tournament if they make it.
Simmons. Go ahead fake and loses the ball. Bucknell comes out of there with it, making 6 turnovers now for Holy Cross.
Holy Cross known for being a very scrappy team, but so far Bucknell out-scrapping him tonight.
Betancourt misses the jumper. Kinsey comes out of there with a rebound. Here comes Doherty.
So fast with the ball. So fast with the ball. Like I said, they should do a lot more high screen roll with him.
Lufkin. Off back rim, gets it back, and Lufkin is fouled. It's going to go against Chris Nees, his first.
Great tenacity to go after the ball a 2nd time.
It has been all Bucknell early on. Chris McNaughton already in double figures. He has 10, and the lead is double figures. It's 26-12 in favor of the Bison.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Champions. Exclusive presentation of Championship Week is presented by 7-Up. If you want 100% natural lemon and lime flavors, the only way to go, and in part by Infinity, makers of innovative high-performance premium vehicles.
Amazing hoops history here at Holy Cross. 47 NCAA title. That team had Bob Cousy on it. In 1954, they won the NIT with Tommy Heinsohn. One of just 16 schools to win the NIT and the NCAA. There you see that NCAA championship team. Cousy, just a reserve on that team, was very early on in his career. It's a school that was asked to join the Big East in 1979. They had traditionally been a powerhouse here in New England, but were concerned that academics was not going to be enough of a priority, and they decided they did not want to be a part of it, and instead have gone to the Patriot League, a league that really emphasizes academics. Initially conceived to be a non-scholarship league as Nate Lufkin hits the free throw. There was a little bit of a schism, though, in this league a while back, where some of the schools wanted to give scholarships, some didn't, and those who did threatened to leave if they weren't allowed to. And now most of the league has gradually added scholarships. Lafayette, the lone holdout. Bucknell has 5 scholarship players on its team.
Well, Dave, I can't even believe that the name and the word Bob Cousy and reserve are put in the same sentence. You know, he's talking one of the best players ever to play in the game.
And a very minimal role in that game. Byron McClymont got the rebound there. He's number 44 in for Bucknell. And the Bison just keep on going. Chris Neese hitting out of the corner.
And even though Bancourt only has 9 points, just know that he's accountable for around 24 to 25 points in this game. His penetration and kick, he's been finding people in the wing, and they've been knocking down 3-point shots.
Doherty going to try one of his own. That doesn't go. Kinsey goes high for the rebound, and then he walked with it.
That's exactly what Greg Kinsey's like. That's exactly what he likes to do. He gets on the board, he's a rebounder guy and put back guy.
Bucknell, Pat Flannery has 3 really good players, Betancourt, Lee, and McNaughton. They provide 60% of the offense. So far, McNaughton and Betancourt, 19 points between them, or 6 more than Holy Cross alone.
Well, Charles Lee can get it going, too, and if these 3 are knocking down shots, I think Holy Cross is in for a long night.
Donald Brown is doing stuff like that. Everything's going right for Bucknell right now. And the complementary players, and now it is an 18-point lead for the Bison, who have never won the Patriot League title.
Well, so far, it's been a clinic this game. Bucknell's been executing all their plays, really penetrating, getting a lot of penetration to kick, knocking down threes, and Holy Cross has been struggling on the other end. Player of the year in this league, Hamilton misses. Good pass. Kinsey. He misses as well. Lufkin can't get it to go on the tip. And Holy Cross continues to struggle from the field. And that's the story for them the entire night. They've been getting the first couple of shots they got were contested shots. And now, after not being able to knock down the contested shots, the open shots aren't going down either. Byron McClymont hits. Tariq Byron McClymont gets his first 2. Holy Cross is 4 of 19. And Bucknell is 11 of 17. That's basically everything you need to know. Let me tell you, for people at home, there's one little section in this stadium that is filled with orange, and they're going to live it right now. They are excited. Brody with the head fake now inside the arc. And a very impressive freshman. Rookie of the year in this league, now has 5. Well, he's so poised on the court. Doesn't look to rush anything. I remember my freshman year, I tried to rush everything. I was trying to get everything in a hurry. I remember your freshman year, too, and I think you were pretty good. I was all right, but being a little modest. Well, he's very confident for a freshman. That's hard to find, especially this time of year. I think you could have played with Pat Doherty. I might have hung. I might have hung around for a little bit, Dave. I don't know how long. All right. Just want to make sure I'm remembering the same guy. An offensive foul on Byron McClymont. His first. So an 18-point lead for Bucknell. What can Ralph Willard do to change around this, well, obviously the score, but just the whole feel of the game, too? Well, I think he needs to have his team bring a little bit more tenacity on the defensive end. Bucknell's just been running by them every time and just flying right by them. They've dominated the tournament. But I think Holy Cross just needs to take their time offensively, start knocking down some shots, and get some stops on the other end defensively. Well, they've dominated this tournament historically, but Bucknell has been the most impressive team this year, as they held their 2 opponents combined to 69 points in the first 2 games.
John Griffin whistled for the foul there. That's his second. Tim Clifford into the lineup. 0-0 for Holy Cross. Crusaders will be shooting as that's the 7th foul, and Greg Kinsey goes to the line. Kinsey played his high school ball at Hatboro Horsham in suburban Philly. Former Notre Dame star Matt Carroll, now with the Charlotte Bobcats, played there. St. Joe's Pat Carroll as well. Misses that free throw.
Talk about Greg Kinsey.
Ball.
Also played in that 2002-2003 just championship teams with one of my best friends, Brian Wilson, who played on this team. And let me tell you, they were an unbelievable team. And I wish they had got to see to play us in the tournament. I was salivating at the mouth for them to come and play Duke University.
Now a turnover. Hurley. He gets fouled. It's going to go against Charles Lee. And so slowly but surely, feel a little bit of momentum, just a smidge, heading Holy Cross's way.
Well, Pat Flannery told us yesterday that the player he was most concerned about was the guy on the free throw line right now. John Hurley, his athletic ability and his ability to get rebounds and just keep fighting after stuff is one thing that concerns Flannery.
And he really likes his instincts. He feels like he, in a lot of ways, is their most impressive player. Hurley, a 2-time All-New England pick in high school. Double major in economics and Spanish. You see a lot of that in this league. Started all 57 games the last 2 years.
You know, for somebody who went to school at Duke University and every day have to go to class and stay extra late for study hall, these kids accomplish something that's amazing for them to go to such a school like this, which is pretty much Ivy League, and come out of here with, you know, double majors. It's amazing to me, Dave. And to play basketball on top of that.
I could not agree with you more. This great book by John Feinstein, The Last Amateurs, about this league and what these kids go through. Really just for the joy of playing the game. You don't get many NBA players out of here. Bucknell's never had one, and to find the guys from Holy Cross, you have to go quite far back. A bad miss through the lane. McNaughton walks.
Well, McNaughton walked, but that was a great low crossover dribble by Badmus to get in the lane and create an opportunity for McNaughton.
A lot of emotion in championship week here in Worcester. It's Bucknell on top of the Crusaders by 16.
Keep on rising. I'm gonna keep on rising. Keep on rising.
7-Up halftime report. Let's take a look right now. It's some close calls in the Big 12 and in the ACC with the top seeds. But in the Big 12, this one just a final. Texas Tech and Iowa State. Ronald Ross trying to beat the pressure. Gets rid of it, gets it to Curtis Marshall. It's a final moment. Dave, Jason?
Thanks, Brian. Here it is, Bucknell on top of Holy Cross, 33-17. Bucknell really shutting down the Crusaders, 25% from the field. Then Bucknell shooting 67%. McNaughton, 10 points in the paint. Holy Cross as a team only has 4, Jason.
Well, a lot of that has to deal with the fact that Bucknell's doing a great job with their penetration and kicking and getting a lot of open jump shots.
Point-blank shot there from Hurley, couldn't hit it. Bad miss coming the other way. Betancourt just inside the stripe. Not there. And going over the back is McNaughton.
I tell you, even though Holy Cross is losing, if you're a basketball fan, you have to feel so warm inside right now. I mean, this place is an amazing place to be at, and Holy Cross has a chance to do something very special today by getting to the tournament. If they can just buckle down defensively and start knocking down some open jump shots, I think Holy Cross still has a chance, to win this game.
They've won 53 of their last 62 here. 12-2 at home this year, 9-0 against conference foes. They did beat Bucknell here. They lost to Bucknell in Pennsylvania. Nate Lufkin, their career block shot leader, leads the Patriot League in blocks this year. An Austin, Texas native. He will be at the free throw line where he's at 63%.
I can say something about Nate Lufkin. Got a chance to play with him a couple years ago, and he blocked a couple of my shots, so he's a great shot blocker.
So your best buddy growing up, Ryan Wilson, who played here for Holy Cross.
Played here for a couple of years and got to the tournament all 4 years actually.
He was bragging to me when we were here a couple of years ago. He said,
I knew you were going to tell this story.
Jason, one-on-one, no problem. It's chess I can't beat him in. McNaughton hits off glass.
Once again, he's doing a great job of just creating that little contact to knock his man off. And by just giving himself an inch, he's been knocking down shots left and right. Listen, you got to understand that Brian just likes to talk. Brian talks every time I see him about he beat me when we were 6 years old, 7 years old.
Well, what I found interesting, though, was he was conceding the chess. So that made me think maybe he was telling the truth. You know, if he said, I beat him in everything, then I'd think, well, you know, this guy's just a lot of talk. But
He gave me chess.
yeah, he gave you chess.
Oh, I can see that. I got to talk to him now. Where is he in the crowd? He's around here somewhere.
Keith Simmons back in the game. Simmons, a first-team all-conference pick. There he is, coming off the bench for Holy Cross. Ralph Willard said he had a conversation with him very early in the year and said, look, I think we might be better served with you coming off the bench and getting that scoring boost. And he said Simmons cut him off kind of in mid-explanation/apology. And said, Coach, you don't need to go any further. Whatever's best for the team.
That's great coaching on Ralph Willard's part. And they got to get a shot off right now. Open three-pointer.
Hamilton, the player of the year, misses it. Lufkin gets the rebound. And a walk on Lufkin. Make it 8 turnovers now for the Crusaders.
Well, you got to look at the coaching strategy of Ralph Willard to bring Keith Simmons off the bench. He said yesterday that when you bring Kevin Hamilton out of the game, if Simmons was still in there, you know, you talk about he's out, you take out Greg Kinsey, they have no scoring ability in there. So he wants to have one of them in there at the same time.
Off the steal, Hurley misses, but he's going to the strike.
Great awareness by Hurley, and that's the player that Flannery is worried about the most. He's been knocking down and doing some big-time shots.
Second foul on Abe Badness. As we remind you tonight, Championship Week presented by 7-Up on ESPN2 offers up 2 great quarterfinal matchups from the ACC. At 7 Eastern, it's NC State against number 3 Wake Forest. Then at 9 Eastern, Virginia taking on J.J. Redick and the Dukies. Virginia coming off that win over Miami that probably knocked the Hurricanes out of the NCAA tournament.
I get a question, Dave. Who do you have as ACC Player of the Year?
It's a tough call.
Well, there's no
Chris
standout.
Paul, maybe J.J. Redick.
But then I would say Chris Paul, but then some of the things that he's done this year kind of, you know, brings him down a level.
And Chris Paul not going to play in that game.
And of course, tonight, which is very deciding in case NC State wins.
Hurley hits 1 of 2. Who'd be your choice? You live down there?
Well, of course, I'm biased.
Right.
So you can't ask me this question, but I know I like J.J. Redick. I also like Raymond Felton of North Carolina. I think he's been a one pillar of stability for UNC throughout the entire year.
So many great stars on that North Carolina team. It's almost hard to choose, like choosing the best player in Illinois.
You got Sean May. I mean, the guy had 24 and 23 the other night. I mean, amazing player. That's
Shot
the
clock at 10, and Betancourt let that one fly. Torrey Thomas back in there for Holy Cross after Doherty's played a significant role in the first half. Early misses badly.
It just didn't
rebound. That looked weird coming off his hand.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a smooth shot. It came off his hand with the side spin instead of the front to back rotation.
So it's 35-18. Jason, and McNaughton's been a huge part of the explanation as to why Bucknell has gone out to the early lead and held on to it.
Well, he's just been dominant down low, and they keep doing a great high-low pass to him down low in the post, and he's been finishing every time. Does a great job of bumping his player right there and creating a little contact to get that little jump hook off. He is the main reason why Bucknell is winning the game such as they are.
5 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the stripe, 12 points, 3 rebounds. Chris McNaughton, the native of Germany, electrical engineering major, was on the Patriot League academic honor roll last spring. Played on the German under-20 national team, and he has given Pat Flannery a huge boost to this game.
But just like we were talking about yesterday, Dave, you talk about they don't get those 3 scholarships per year. They don't get McNaughton. You know, he's not here right now. So, you know, I think it's great that these schools are finally starting to allow scholarships and giving some of these other players chances to come in and play for great schools such as Bucknell.
McNaughton's a dozen. That's also the margin in points in the paint, 16-4 in favor of the Bison. So Lufkin, Hurley, they haven't gotten anything going for the Cross. Torrey Thomas with the steal from behind, but Bucknell gets it back. And now Simmons going to get whistled for the foul. Just the 4th team foul on Holy Cross.
And Ralph Willard applauding his team right there for effort. especially for his player, you know, to get back, Terry Thomas to get all the way back and to get that defensive skill. Just that kind of effort is something that's going to get them back in this game.
They were 10-18 in Ralph Willard's first year. Since then, 103-48. There were 200 people on hand for his first game. As Lufkin, the career block shot leader, gets one on Lee there.
Oh, that was a touchy call right there. It looked like a charge foul, but maybe the ref saw something I didn't. But this block right here was an amazing block. You thought it was going to go down. And just that might have been goaltending right there. It looked like that ball was coming down a little bit.
It's certainly close.
You got to take it as you can get it, especially when you're down.
It's 35-18. Bucknell on top. They have control from the get-go, trying to end a 16-game winning streak for Holy Cross. Holy Cross has been the near giant killers in the NCAA tournament. Every year they've gotten in, they've come awfully close. Marquette, Kansas. They took Kentucky right down to the wire.
I love to see Bucknell get the ball back down to their big man. He's been creating all the opportunities from them.
Knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go to Holy Cross. I was going to say, Holy Cross needs to climb a major hill right here as Bucknell has just been outstanding in the first half. They pulled down a little bit, but still 59% from the field, and Holy Cross just 5 of 24.
Let me tell you, Dave, anything is possible from a player who's playing a lot of games when we were down. You just keep believing, you keep working hard. There's always a chance to come back and win.
Remember, though, this is a Bucknell team that's only given up 69 points total in its first 2 games in this conference tournament. Very impressive defensively.
A lot has to do with their swarming defense and their ability to knock down shots like that. When they're scoring 35 points and 38 points in the first half, and Holy Cross has 18, it looks like Holy Cross is SOL. They're out of luck right now.
6 now for Chris Neese, their lone senior. Simmons cannot answer. Lufkin, though, hustles for the board. Shot clock is off. Hamilton.
They shot through the game's man up in there and take an extra dribble to gain that gap and knock down the little jumper.
It's an 18-point lead for the Bison. One last chance now and a walk on Donald Brown.
I thought Donald Brown should have gave it up right there. But look, this is the leadership right here at Kevin Betancourt. Calming his team down, getting his team to get in the last defensive possession to get a stop.
Crusaders going to get a chance. Hamilton hangs and does not get the roll. And that's going to do it for the first half. A surprising first half from Worcester. Not that Bucknell is leading, but the fact they're leading in the manner in which they are. Kevin Betancourt, 9 points as we take a look at our Star Watch. 5 points for Kevin Hamilton. Ralph Willard has his work cut out for him because Bucknell up big. It's 38-20 at the half. Now let's send it to Brian Kenny in our studios with the 7-Up halftime report. Brian?
Trevor, thank you so much. Yes, indeed. 7-Up halftime report and some close calls to report. North Carolina going down in the final seconds. Ray Felton, 24 points in the second half alone. How close was it? We've got that and a close call for Oklahoma as well.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of